right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to TDME Crypto Decrypted, where we chat crypto and only crypto. Before we get started, guys, please remember the information we discuss in this video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. It is really good to be with you here this afternoon. I'm Ashley Reeve. It's the 12th of December. Guys, we're running, we're pushing, as we always say. It's the end of the year, and we still pretty much excited to be with everybody because we're making sure that the guys are with us. They are not driven away in any way or moved by the markets and what they might think may close. The markets never sleeps, yeah? And the great thing about cryptocurrency, it's 24/7. You can get it right here with TDME, right, guys? What you see in front of you right now is the TDME license, fully regulated TDME, that's TD Markets Exchange crypto platform. This is where you're going to be doing all of your crypto trading, yeah? We are obviously providing derivatives to all our guys. You'll see there's links in the chat facility there from our marketing team, guys. All right, and so make sure that when you register, you claim your 50 ZARK. I'll say it again. Make sure that you claim your 50 ZARK upon registration. And then the moment you hit that deposit, you claim another 50 ZARK. All right, we're dealing with crypto here now, right? And one of those ZARK coins is equal to 1 Rand. So it's a one-to-one pegged crypto there for you guys. Make sure that you get it. And remember, guys, there is assistance that you can contact at care@tdmarkets.com. Our support team is waiting for you guys, but those links will be provided by our marketing team in the chat facility, yeah? All right, so with today's session here, guys, we want to break it down a little bit here. We've really come to realize being a pioneer in the market, guys, currently with crypto, really pushing. There's a lot of, confusion here and there about what crypto really is and so forth. And just so you do know, we do have classes as well. That's Mondays to Fridays. That's at 11:30 in the morning. And then we have another one at 1300 hours. That's the afternoon. That's Mondays to Fridays, and that's beginners, and that's absolutely free. And here's where we're going to educate all the guys. We're going to let them know. And so we're trying to, at this point, what we're doing is we're actually filtering the education, not only into the classes, but also on the Fridays, Crypto Decrypted, so that the guys can have a nice full moon understanding and knowledge of what we're trying to do here. And then we're going to push over to the charts. And remember, guys, you analyzing the technicals exactly the same as what you do when it comes to the FX side. I'm talking commodities, we're talking indices, etc. So you'll be doing exactly the same technically. There's just fundamentals that's a little bit different here. It's actually very easy to understand, but I'm going to give you a bit of basics here as we do go along. You know the way. I'm going to show you the platform. I'm going to show you the margin requirements and how cost effective and how affordable it really is. It actually costs you next to nothing to actually get into these trades here. Yeah. So let's get started then with some of those basics here, guys. Maybe just very simply to the guys that are brand new into cryptocurrency, a warm welcome to you. The guys that are on here that has been with us, a warm welcome to you as well. I can see some of the guys are in there. Jules Houdini's there. There we go. I see Baker the Creator. I like it. I like that, Baker the Creator. All right, and so let's then, school the guys a little bit here. So first and foremost, what is crypto, guys? What is crypto? It's digital money, that it is. We want to be very simple, simplistic, make sure the guys understand it. There's just too many complex terms and there's too many infrastructure terminology that comes with it, and that tends to confuse the guys. So let's just be basic, let's be simple, and just get the guys to understand. So it is digital money. Crypto is money that exists only online. There's no physical coins or notes. It's like having a bank account balance, but stored on the internet instead of in a bank. All right. And what's important for us then to take away from this is the following: is that we need to learn how to really move with the hedging as far as your portfolio is concerned, because we do offer the MT5, where there's also crypto. There's over 50 cryptos there as well. And what's fantastic about what we offer, at TD Markets as a whole is that, as far as instruments are concerned, we have them. As far as being cheap and affordable, meaning the margin requirements is next to nothing to get in, you can hedge, guys. All right, so you can trade on the TDME platform whilst you're trading on the MT5. And I've been actually, mentioning to the guys this in our education sessions, which is fantastic. You can be sitting in a trade right here, long with BTC USDT right now. And let's say you are holding your positions to the upside. Remember, it's digital money. You're holding it to the upside. And as it's pushing to the upside, the price technically, as you can see here, will move to the downside. That's how it moves, all right? That's the ways of the market. That's the technicalities. So you'll find you have your structure to the upside right there, just like this. And you're going to have your waves to the downside. So what you simply can do is from the premise of diversifying, all right, you can always get into the MT5 as well and jump in onto sells here whilst you holding your longs there, guys. That's the very, very interesting thing about what we actually, have produced for all our clients. So that's one way that you can look at it. There's different ways. We'll obviously skin the cat 9 times. I'm very sorry for the guys that are the cat lovers. I do love animals, all right? But as an expression, there's different ways there's different ways to skin the cat, yeah? And so you can do that, all right? And we will reveal more of that. However, let's get into some more of what I've just mentioned here, being digital money. It's decentralized, guys. There's no central banks involved. The government is not in control. It's not like the regular money where you have your rand, your dollar, the euro is issued and controlled by your central banks or your governments. Crypto works differently. It's running on a network of many computers. These computers are also called nodes, all right? And there's no single institution that actually controls it. It's actually running and based on blockchain. It's basically like a public digital ledger. You can also think of blockchain, like a giant spreadsheet for those that use Excel, all right? Giant spreadsheet that records every transaction made in the system. And so that ledger is shared across many nodes, aka computers, and once something is recorded, it cannot be changed or erased. And so obviously as an exchange here, guys, all right, you are doing your trades, you're facilitating your specific requests through us as your crypto exchange. And it really helps keep things secure, transparent, and it's extremely trustworthy in that specific case. And just so you do know, guys, there's different types of cryptocurrencies, and many of them move in different ways. And I'm gonna loop back to what I said to you earlier on about there's different types. And when you drop down here, you're gonna find these, we call them perpetual derivatives, but you can just call them derivatives. Basically, these are the derived price from the actual asset, all right? So you're not going to be paying, $90,000 for one Bitcoin. You're going to be trading the derivative of that 90,000, and you're getting that at a fraction of the price. I'm going to show you that, in a second. But these are the derivatives, and I want you to really pay attention to what I'm about to show you, because as you drop down here, guys, all right, as you drop down there, you're going to see them right there. Now, let's say we are choosing, let's go, what don't I have? Because I'm in a few positions here. I'm holding these ones long, and then we hedging on the other side there, right? So we've got Ether. I've got a bit of profits there on the Bitcoin. We got ADA there. That's Cardano. We got the Ether. We got the Doge. We don't have Solana. Let's actually gonna go and check out the Solana right here. Here we go. So I got the Solana price right here. Let me see if there was anything on Solana. There actually was, guys. Big institutions are using crypto. Good for the market. JP Morgan used USDC. That is actually now I'm going to get into different types of crypto now so you can understand, yeah? They used USDC. We're using USDT, all right? On Solana, there's about $50 million that JP Morgan used, all right? And the SEC also approved the system so big funds can trade assets on blockchain. And there's that number again, 24/7. What does this mean, all right? Big players are now using blockchain, guys, all right? This brings more trust, and this brings more money into the market of cryptocurrency, and Solana benefits the most. Now, many cryptocurrencies are not only a crypto, they are smart contracts like Ethereum, which is things we do discuss in the educational session. So you need to get in there. You need to get in there so you can understand what we're saying. You get smart contracts, there's NFTs, and you have your different types of infrastructure that is actually on the blockchain that is facilitated by these cryptocurrencies or are running on these chains. And that is fantastic for fintech. That's fantastic for the quaternary sector, which is software development, AI. Are we talking information research? There's so much in the quaternary sector that's obviously being derived from the tertiary sector, and these are the things that we discuss. And you need to know it. So let's say we wanted to trade Solana because it's looking fantastic at this moment in time. We're seeing the push to the upside. This is the hour frame. So intraday, you can see we've had a bit of a push to the upside right there. Now, if I switch on my daily, let's go see what the daily's done here, right? Just a bit of technicals here before we get into the margin requirements. You can clearly see here, even just using this specific indicator here, there's a lot of volumes that has pumped into the Solana, creating a technical support at this point in time. This becomes beautiful for us to start holding some of the Solana now. Now, this is a daily frame, guys. That's a daily frame. Look at that beautiful, beautiful push here in the support, all right? Now, that's going to be key. You can find your indicators here. We actually have the Trading View plugin. You can just go and look for your specific indicator. I've got the RSI there. I've now placed it in. I love using the RSI. It's an oscillator, exactly the same sucker you're going to find in the MT5, the MetaTrader 5, all right? And so I love using it because it gives you a lot of perspective about what is happening with this current asset. We may see in the main chart that it's pushing down, but actually you're seeing that price has moved away from the bottom. We're above the 40%, which is where we're seeing a possible correction coming now after the thrust or the impulse to the upside, to the downside. So this is a beautiful push here that we can see at this moment in time. Let me just make it a little bit, expand and larger. And so this support is beautiful. Ash is actually going to look to get in here now. I actually want to get in here because this is looking phenomenal. I know there are other technical guys that's going to see it from a different perspective because they're going to be like, listen, Ash, but, I hear you on the 50 million that JP Morgan used. Fundamentals in this specific instance here, we're looking at, the last 19 minutes, 20, maybe even 30 minutes ago with some of the news that's come out. There's guys will say, I hear you, Ash. However, for me, from a technical perspective, I'm really not interested to get into Solana or to crypto right now. But guys, remember, Solana is crypto is also a safe haven asset. There's many guys, when you have a geopolitical tension moving and geopolitical uncertainty going around, investors tend to actually push cash in there. So you're going to find not only crypto, you're going to find gold. Now you can correlate because the gold, and you're going to find even some of the tech stocks is actually moving positively with some of the crypto. And you got to look at these correlating patterns. That's what we teach. So get into the education. That's Mondays to Fridays, guys, 11:30 a.m. and at 1 o'clock. Now, when you see something like this and you understand that overall crypto is positive, overall, we're not talking short term, we're not talking an hour from now. No, we are saying the overall cryptocurrency is more trustworthy, it's more secure. There's a lot of regulatory framework that's being met and has been met and is continuing to be met. We would never, all right, our CEO leading the company would never invest or ever create a business model, all right, opening an entire exchange without understanding that, this is what is happening. We're talking a man that has over 20 years of experience here in the financial market. So what I'm saying to you is there's no ways the investment's going to come into an operating exchange, crypto exchange, and then just say, there we go. There's a reason for it. So it's thought out, it's meaningful, it's purposeful. So we have an understanding at TD Markets that crypto is future. We already know that, but we got to bring the future here now. So the future is here. Ash wants to get into Solana now. That's where TDME comes in. So here we have the platform. Now pay close attention. The beauty about this, I'm about to get into this trade because I want to hold Solana here. If there's any corrections on the shorter time frames, maybe next week or so, I will switch to my MT5 and I will hedge it there. But I will continue to hold it here because it's very cheap to buy here, yeah? All right, so here's the great thing about the purchasing. And don't forget, claim your 50 ZARC when you register. Check the chat facility. You can register, claim your 50 ZARC upon your registration. And then when you deposit, make sure that you claim your other 50 ZARC, all right? That's 100 ZARC coin for you. Now, I want you to look at this margin requirement box here. It's also the order entry box, if you will. All right. Now, what's very, very important here, check this out. Let's say I'd like to use, let's say 1% or so, all right, of the balance I have at this point in time. So I've 1% or 2 or 3 or 5. All right, so look at this. We have our leverage. You can multiply your leverage 15 times more, or with 15 times more power. All right, and you can see there that is using 8 times the power of leverage on this specific trade that we have here now. That's 9 times it. But what I want to get you to see is the margin requirement that you will be required to actually have in your account when you entering this trade here. All right, so let's start it off. Let's start right here at the bottom so you can see it for yourself. So I'm gonna use, let's start it nice and small just for now. Let's say maybe 3%. Okay, now look at the value here on a 2 times leverage, $4.16. All right, 4.16. 3 times the leverage, 4 times the leverage. Let's go up, let's go up, let's go up. Now, you'll notice that the value is not changing, but the margin, the used margin that you will use. So check the play on word there. The margin requirement is changing with the leverage as it goes up. So watch again, watch as Ash goes up again. So here's 2 times the leverage. The value of this position, Solana USDT. Now, just before I continue, remember, you get different types of crypto. You have your Bitcoin. It's often described as the digital gold. Many people, they hold Bitcoin as a store of value, which I mentioned, safe haven, hoping its price rises over time. Similar to how people hold gold, all right? It's not just for spending. Many people do treat it as a long-term savings, etc. You also get Ethereum. It's more than just cash or money. Ethereum's blockchain supports the smart contracts, which I chatted to you about, and I will definitely, mention that we do chat about that in our education as well. And then you have your stable coins. Now USDT here, that's the stable coin that we have. These are cryptocurrencies, all right, that's designed to have a stable value, hence stable coin. And this is often pegged to our traditional currencies, all right, like the US dollar. So for example, the USDT, as you can see right there, USDT there is equal or equates to 1 USD. So people use stable coins when they want the benefits of crypto without the risk of big value swings. All right. So I can see the beautiful movement to the upside over here. I'm not going to wait for any break of structure in this specific trade. That might be in a totally different trade. Maybe if I want to, trade BTC later on or Ethereum later on, yes, then I will look for maybe a break of structure and so forth, depending on what coin you are trading. Remember, guys, crypto is running ahead. Ethereum's in second, and it is pulling all the other coins with it. There's not always a consistent balance. Sometimes some of the other coins lag behind, because many guys are running to the more popular coins, more participation, and if there's more cash and volume going in there, you're going to find that many investors go that side, leaving the other guys here, the poodles and the pit bulls, and leaving them over there. And yeah, all right. So we want to try and understand that, because it works exactly the same on FX. You're going to find when me and T is doing NFP or CPI, you'll see gold always shows up. You'll see USD JPY always shows up. You're going to see the Euro USD GBP always shows up. So you're having something similar. BTC, Ethereum's going, Solana, Cardano, Doge, Ripple, that's XRP. These guys are moving with the bigger assets that you are finding within FX as well. There's an equilibrium coming, all right? It's catching up. So that's important. So this is a stable coin, USDT, that we have there, equivalent to the $1 there, all right? So now watch. So this specific trade here, 1% with a 4 times the power of leverage, The value is $4.15 there. 4.15. All right. However, our used margin, what you will pay for this, is 1.03 USD. Well, USDT. All right. Now let's say you go up, you go up, you go up, you go up, you go up. Look. Now watch. The value remains the same of the percent I am going to want to trade, but I've increased my leverage. Guys, it's no different from what you see on the FX side with us. All right. The higher your leverage goes, the margin becomes less. So look. I'm going to take this trade now, and let's say I want to go full bar, 15 times the power. Look, only 27 cents. Look at that. So if I want to long it now, all I now literally do, all right, is click on long. And there we go. It's been admitted. Look at that. It's been admitted, and you're going to see right there in my terminal at the downside, you have Solana. Now, what it shows you there, you can see it shows you the leverage you've used, the quantity that I've just purchased, the value of the actual position, which is, remember I said to you, 4.15 USDT. All right, this was my entry price at 138.6. And obviously your P&L is going to move on. Your total profit here, you can see it. It's in USDT. Yeah, that's going to move. That fluctuates, all right? And that's important. But what I did before this was I first checked out and looked for, I wouldn't say follow-throughs, but at least in this specific case, I'm seeing the support here. I'm seeing the support technically, and I'm seeing a bit of fundamentals that is, connecting with this specific position. So I'm going to hold this at this moment in time. This is what I'm going to do. I am not going to move away from it. I'm going to leave it to run. And the great thing about it is I know it's weekend. You know it's weekend. And what's going to be important for us guys is that you can trade this over the weekend as well. All right. So Peter, it's going to work exactly the same, all right? Leverage is exactly the same across the board. Once you get into that specific trade, if it moves against you, all right? I wouldn't say a loss. Let me rather say it like this. You have deficits and you have surpluses. A loss, Ash, will count as when I close the trade and it deducts from my account balance. That's very important. I'm going to say it again. That close there, all right? That specific close deducts from my balance. So that is a loss to my account. But whilst I still have skin in the game like this is just fluctuating in a deficit for now. That's it. It works exactly the same as what you're going to do with the MT5. Obviously, the interface is different, guys. All of that is different, yes. It's because we have different plugins. It's a different look. It's more dynamic. It's obviously, from an exchange perspective, we've taken on that specific look for this. It's not the MetaTrader 5 that's been around for some time. It's been customized for TD markets, all right? But it's going to work from a principle perspective, all right? Many of the things are going to, all of the buttons and then the actions is going to be similar, all right? As another example here, you're going to find here right at the bottom, you see that says margin level here, and you're going to see that right there, all my positions are still in excellent condition here. So what we've done is we've literally put a bar there for you. So whilst you're watching, as your money is moving to the upside, or you are taking the opposite, all right, you're going to find that this margin level zone here is exactly the same. It's calculated in percentages, just like the MetaTrader 5, guys. As if this moves to the, a little bit down, towards the yellow, now your account is going into a little bit of a challenge. All right, Pete? So watch that very carefully there, my friend. All right, watch it very, very carefully. All right. Right now, this is still excellent. I've used more leverage here. What's fantastic, again, remember, as you're holding it with higher leverage, you can afford to hold it a little bit longer. You'll find when you decrease your leverage. Let's say I'd like to, example, go to another coin. Let's go to another coin. Just simply drop down. All right, hold on. Just another drop down here. Let's say you want to trade LTC USDT, all right? Now, let's say I'm not using that much leverage, all right? Principally, listen to this. I'm not using that much leverage. Let's say I want to do 2%. Let's just see here. All right. So can you see as I increase my leverage, let's say to 15% here. The percentage of quantity that I would like to use. You can see 0.5. That's 15% of what's in my specific balance here, or at least the position is going to equate to that percentage. And then let's say I want to use only 3 times to the power of leverage. It sounds very mathematical there, but look at the value, 42 USDT. You're going to be using $14 here. Now, Pete, this is where your question comes in. This is where you listen to this. If you placing big trades in with 3 times mixed with 15 here, you're going to find an imbalance many times, because this position here can drag down your specific account. All right. And so what then happens is that this little triangle starts to move. All right. And as that moves, it becomes a bit of a challenge, because now that's where if the account, or at least the trade, I beg your pardon, if the positions is too big in terms of deficit, it will get liquidated. You can see we have a 30% liquidation clause there. This is a safety net with the platform as it moves. It's a safety net. So whatever position is the highest in deficit will be closed. And that is standard practice to assist. It's to assist the guys so that they're not, pushing everything out, or at least blowing their accounts. But again, things are so cheap here. You can literally hold this for some time, all right? And the great thing about it is, remember, guys, once again, it's exactly the same from a technical perspective. You are going to make sure that you use your supports here. As you can see, let me put on that specific trend line. Exactly the same, guys. We're just using, trading view for this. Exactly the same. Look at that. Exactly the same. Look at that. And once you've expanded it, there we go. So here you have your annotate, or at least what you can utilize to get your lines. You can obviously, same as trading view. If you go on to specific, the specific platform trading view, it's no different. All right, it's no different. It's basically a plug-in here. All right, and there's many guys that's looking at this and saying, okay, well, from a daily perspective, if by today I see that LTC, let's just zoom in a little bit here. Hold on. Let's say LTC pushes above this area over here. That's about 87.67. All right. Let's just say this is the price mark that you're gunning for. You need a daily frame above that, a daily candle above that. Great support that's setting up here. You can see it. Great support also setting up. All right. These volume bars are getting much, much higher, or at least pushing up and giving us higher lows here. And once you get the daily close, you can obviously then enter exactly the same way I just did here. Now, guys, once again, I've gone into a Solana trade. It's now in a bit of profits. You can see there. It's up 0.32%. Bitcoin here is up 0.73%. So those two are okay. I'm going to leave it to run, obviously, for, over the weekend and see, and then obviously come back. We do have our Crypto Decrypted session next week, Friday again. Just to let the guys know, every single class that we do give for free is recorded. You have access to that. You can speak to your account manager. They will make that available. Our support team can also make it available for you. All right. Pete is asking a good question. So before you make an entry, you have to follow the analysis as well, or it depends with the fundamentals. Yes, very good question. Let's maybe break that into 2 parts there. All right. So before you make an entry, you have to follow the analysis. Let's start there. Yes, you have to stay clued up with this specific market, because it is, I can't say it's new, all right, and because since 2008, 2009, we already saw the emergence of Bitcoin, and some would argue even earlier, 2007. It's just the catch up to the understanding of it. It took a little bit longer, all right, and that's very, very, very important, all right. So if we break it up, we say yes, keep up with the fundamentals. Make sure that you understand why the market is rising. There's a few, crypto websites that you can use. Some of them is CoinMarketCap. I believe there is CoinMirror as well. You can also use that. There's Coinbase. There's CoinGecko. There's quite a bit of specific crypto websites that you can utilize to keep up with it. All right, and I'm talking about fundamentals now. So that's the first part. All right. You also need to put in there that crypto, like I said, is beginning to catch up, all right, with that of the other assets that are traded in from a popular perspective. Your golds, your US 30, your NAS 100, BTC, specifically BTC, is the front runner of that. Now, again, the great thing is if BTC is running ahead, call BTC the father, all right? I read this interesting thing about BTC being the father and Ethereum the mom, and this whole coin, I don't know if T's watching. Mom and dad, and giving birth to all of these kids, these these altcoins here. I don't know if T's watching, but and so mom and dad's running in front, right? Crypto and crypto BTC and Ethereum is taking all the kids with them, and it's gonna take a bit of time for us to get used to the kids, yeah. But but mom and dad is at the table with gold and at the table with the NAS 100 with all those tech stocks. They're at the table. And so watch those carefully, all right, Pete? Watch those carefully. Watch those big names with BTC Ethereum consistently, because what analysts are doing now, analysts has integrated the Bitcoin price and the movement as well as Ethereum more regularly with that of the US dollar, with that of the gold price, with that of silver. You're going to find even the tech stocks in the NAS 100. You're going to find that analysts are now integrating the value of Bitcoin with them, which is giving it a lot of push. All right, a lot of push. Then if I look at the second part of that, I have to follow the analysis as well, or does it depend with the fundamentals? So that dependence on the fundamentals is exactly the same, all right, as if you were doing your gold, your CPI, your interest rate cuts, your GDPs. It's going to work exactly the same because investors have patterns, all right? They have patterns, and these patterns haven't changed. What is that pattern, Ash? When they smell risk, they move. When they smell uncertainty, they move. When they smell certainty, they move. Those are patterns. They have behavior in those patterns. And we teach these things, which is, fantastic. All right. And we'll be sharing with you guys as we do go along some of these patterns, especially in the education. Remember, there's 2 sessions per day, so we can cover quite a bit there, as well. If you do mathematically tie it up, that's about what? That's 10 sessions per week that we're having with our guys. 10 sessions per week that you can. All right. And then, obviously, guys, we will get into even in the education, we're going to deal with wallets. With the different types of wallets. We're going to deal with a lot of the TDM ePay. So all of these things we'll be dealing with from an educational standpoint. But just so you guys know, to place a trade is extremely easy to actually get going on the platform. All the other stuff from a dashboard, the exchange perspective, we will have more tutorials. We currently do have, so you can just ask our support team to send you those links. They are tutorials on the actual platform, how to do your withdrawals, how to access your wallets, what the quick trade function does give. All of these stuff are there, all right? How the referral system works. We have tutorials for all of these things. But I think for today, I wanted to come and clarify once again, because we did have some questions, and I found them to be in the specific classes. Ash, facilitating a trade on the TDME platform. How easy is it? Is it? Isn't it? And I wanted to come and show that very quickly. So at this point in time, it's looking good. Solana, that trade that I just took, has now gone up 2.06% in the time that we were right here with each other. All right. But guys, that's it from me here this afternoon with Crypto Decrypted. What a fantastic time. It is season's greetings from us. We'd also like to wish you guys a great festive season with the families. May God bless you guys during your time. And obviously, we are in prep. We are pushing hard on our side because, guys, I'm telling you, we are going to give you guys bangers coming back 2026. Some guys are already off. They are away. But, we are still here. We still have classes left that we need to do. So don't worry, all the guys that may have that in mind. We are back next week. Once again, Monday to Friday, we will be having our classes. That is both FX side, both crypto side, and obviously our trading rooms will be running. And Crypto Decrypted will also be running, and we will be pushing very hard next week as well. Yeah, but that's it from me this afternoon, guys. 14:37 right now. It is the 12th of December. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the questions. Please, guys, email care@tdmarkets.com. They're going to give you all the links to all tutorials, and make sure when you register with us today, claim your 50 ZARK and then deposit and then claim your additional 50 ZARK with us as well. All right. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Ashley Reeve here, and I'm signing out. Ciao, ciao.